going on there? Guys, we back with another one. And there's a headline going viral about Shaunie O'Neal claiming that she didn't love Shaq during her marriage with him. And as we look at this, we have to reflect on some of the comments Shaq has made, um, since the divorce has happened. I think Shaunie has gone on to marry some preacher because her last name is Henderson now, so she's not even one of the ladies that kept the O'Neal last name, forever or whatever. But she did keep it for a while, but now she's changed it to Henderson. And I know one time they were talking about reconciling their differences before she got married, but for whatever reason, I guess it just fell through at that point. But we're gonna look at some of Shaunie's quotes from her book, right? It says, "Take Shaquille's habit of going missing. Our chef did all the grocery shopping. His managers paid all the bills. I took care of the kids. So where was he going in the morning, during the day, and at night? No one works out that often." So that was one of the things that she said in that book. Also, she says, when we moved to Miami, I even heard a rumor that he had a condo in Miami Beach. I started to get suspicious, but he always had an answer, and I could never prove anything. Eventually, I was forced to admit that my life wasn't as blissful or perfect as I wanted to believe. We also look at this quote right here. Looking back, I don't know that I was ever really in love with the man, but I was in love with the idea of being married to the man I had a family with. Henderson wrote, I was in love with the idea of building a life together. I truly did enjoy spending time with him. NBA road trips gave me a chance to be with my husband and experience the NBA life for a little while. He was trying to be a world famous 30 something multimillionaire with thousands of women throwing themselves at him and people in general begging just to be in his presence while being a husband and a father at the same time. How could anyone possibly know how to do that? So, that's what she was saying. And she also, in her book, said, Shaq was a good father and everything. But we're going to listen to what he had to say. And he said this on multiple occasions, but we're just going to pull one. Let's check it out.
Yeah, but no, I never talked about this, and I'm glad you guys are asking because I don't mind talking about this. But I was bad. She was awesome. She really was. It was all me. I was just look. We don't need to talk about what I was doing, but I wasn't protecting her and protecting those vows. So sometimes when you live that double life, you get caught up in. So I'm not gonna say it was her. It was all me because she was. Look, she did exactly what you're supposed to do. Gave me beautiful kids, take care of the house, take care of corporate stuff. It was just all me. Sometimes when you make a lot of mistakes like that, you can't really come back from that. But as I get older and dwell on situations, I can honestly say it was all me. The best feeling for me was coming home and hearing 5, 6 different voices. Don't matter if I missed 15 free throws and we lost, they don't care about that. Dog Man's home. Like we used to play something called Dog Man. As soon as I come in, I turn into a wild dog and I chase him and bite him. I just used to get him and act like I'm biting him
Dog man.
Yeah, and they used to love that. And look, I was just being greedy. I had the perfect situation. Wife was finer than a mug.
Mm-hmm.
Kept giving me babies, still finer than a mug. I had it all. Just sometimes and I don't make excuses. I know I messed up. And then, when I didn't have that, I don't like to use the D word because I don't really know what it is, but I was lost. 76,000 square foot house by yourself. Lost. No kids. Go to the gym, nobody's playing in the gym. You go to their room, nobody's there. You start to feel it.
So you heard it from Shaq, man, pretty much echoing what Shaunie was saying, as far as the marriage. And there was rumors out there that Shaq, he had some car lots and he was getting his girlfriend's cars and different stuff like that. So the condo story isn't too far off base, and this is what a lot of NBA players do, right? And we ain't gonna just limit it to the NBA. We saw how bad it can go with Steve McNair, right? Something very similar. Something very, very similar. And it ended in a tragedy with Steve McNair and that young lady. You know what I'm saying? So we see how these type of things can go. But Shaq is saying, what he prioritized earlier in his life and some of the things he did when he was at his peak and he still is a peak celebrity. Just Shaq having his personality and able to stay relevant through inside the NBA, and just Shaq DJs. He does a lot of different things, but the thing that is irreplaceable, the family, and I'm sure the kids still come around, but it's not the same as being in the house together. Because at the end of the day, you're working to make sure everything is good for them, but that family unit is something that, money can't buy. And so Shaunie, while she did stick around for a long time, and people will question her motives with that as far as capitalizing off of basketball wives and some of the other business ventures, where if she was already feeling this way, why wouldn't you leave before you were able to capitalize on some of these things just by being Shaq's tenured wife, right? I understand people with those questions, but at the same time, we saw Sonya Curry just now get, divorced from Dale Curry. So there's really no like statute of limitation on how long somebody can hold a grudge against you secretly, or how they continue to feel about something that wasn't bothering them as bad at first, but if you did something way in the past that just they can't shake, at some point, whether you think it's right that they didn't leave in your peak or not, they can do whatever they want is the fact of the matter. So for her to say she was never like in love with Shaq, that's something to think about. And I'm guessing, like, I haven't read the whole book in its full context, but what I'm gonna guess is she's saying that these chain of events kind of always had her wondering, like, what is he doing? She was more concerned with that than, fully giving herself to him as far as like her heart and her love. I'm guessing that's what she's trying to say. So again, I haven't read it in its full context, but I want to know what you guys think about this. With Shaunie coming out saying this now, because Shaq said he was all wrong. He takes full responsibility for it. I want to know like how he feels about this. Not even that it's our right to know, but since it's public now and he's came out and said that, she's came out and said this, it would be interesting to see like, how Shaq responds to this. He probably won't say anything at all because he said, he's still providing for his family. If she ever needs anything, then, he's there. So I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.
Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down.
I'm not going to take it down.
Skip, 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 skip.